Listen, if you are not using your 20s to learn and work with AI, you are slowly setting yourself up to waste the rest of your life. I'm not saying that to sound dramatic. I'm saying it because I have seen it happen. I have seen people of your age use these years to level up so fast that in just 2-3 years, they are miles ahead of everyone else. And I have seen others just go with the flow, thinking they will figure out it later. And now they are stuck, struggling to catch up. AI isn't some future thing. It's here, right now. And the people who are learning how to actually use it are already getting better jobs, better pay, and chances that can change their whole life. If you don't start today, you won't see the gap now. But in the couple of years, you will notice your friend who learned AI are working less but earning more, automating the boring parts of their jobs, getting promoted faster, and building steps that you can't even imagine, while you are stuck doing the same old thing. So here is the truth. AI isn't just taking the boring work. It's taking away the first job that help people start their career. Once those jobs are gone, there are no slow climb anymore. You are either moving up or you are getting left behind. But if you use your 20s to learn how to make AI work for you, build real projects that prove your skills, keep adding new abilities that make you stand out, and figure out how to get more done in less time, then the rest of your life gets a whole lot easier. That's exactly what this video is about. How to spend your 20s in this AI era. This is what we are gonna learn in this today's video. Why the old career ladder is broken and how AI changed it. The mindset shift from just typing prompt to giving AI the right information so it give you the best results. A simple 5-step framework to work side by side with AI and beat whole team at their own game. How to use agentic AI tools that can literally work for you while you sleep. Roadmap for what skills to learn if you are in engineering, design or marketing, and how to keep learning fast so you never fall behind. By the end of this video, you will have 3 to 5 years of game plan to make your 20s the best investment of your life. I am Kaushal Pandey. I have built 2 AI sets, trained hundreds of students on AI tools and automation, run a 7-figure marketing agency, and create content on Instagram and have more than 100k following on Instagram. I know what works in this world and what doesn't. So our first part is why your 20s in this AI era are not like any other decade. Let's start with some uncomfortable truth. As we all know, in the old world the rules were simple. Get your degree, land your entry-level job, work hard, impress your boss, and slowly climb to management. But here is the problem in this 2025. The very entry-level roles that trained you for the climb are vanishing before even you step onto the ladder. So why your first job might not be exist anymore? Let's take some example. First is junior analyst. AI like Julius AI can pull report, clean data, and give insight in minutes. Work that used to take a week. Second, customer support. AI chatbot now handle 90% of queries in any language. No breaks, no salaries. Third is junior coder. GitHub Copilot and Devin Wright debug and optimize code faster than most graduates. Design assistant, Midjourney and Figma AI turn briefs into polished drafts in seconds. The job people used to learn earlier, AI is doing it now, with no break, with no training needed. If your plan starts at entry level, that first step might not be even there anymore now. But wait, this is not the end of the jobs. Here is where most people panic. AI is taking all the jobs. That's not true. Jobs aren't disappearing, they are being redefined. The problem isn't that there is no work. The problem is that the work is shifting into new categories, faster than universities, training programs, and even employers can adapt. According to Microsoft's AI workforce forecast, we are seeing the rise of entirely new roles. The report predicts that by 2030, 30 to 40% of all new job posting in tech-related field will require specialized AI skill. And many of these roles did not even exist 5 years ago. Salaries are already spiking because the demand is far outpacing supply. Some roles are like AI trainers. Their work is to teach AI to think better for specific fields. Their pay starts around $90k and can cross up to $130k per year. Second is AI agent specialist. They build AI setup that run on their own. Their pay is around $110k to $150k per year. Third is ROI analyst. They figure out if AI tools are actually making money or how to actually make money with AI tools. Their pay is around $85k to $120k per year. Next is AI strategist. They plan how AI fits into companies' big goal. They are getting around $100k to $160 per year. And the next is data and security specialist. They make sure AI is safe, legal and private. Their pay is around $100k to $160k per year. So these aren't some sci-fi roles. They are already showing up in job listings. But the real catch is education is not ready. This is the main thing in which people are not focusing on. Colleges are not preparing you for these jobs. Now let's move on to second part, the mindset shift from prompts to context. Let's kill a myth right now. Prompt engineering is not a future. I know, everywhere you look, there are 100 chatgpt prompt threads, LinkedIn posts bragging about secret AI prompts, and the course selling prompt engineering certificates. But in reality, AI models are getting good at fixing bad prompts. In fact, with the next generation of model, you will literally type something half-baked and the AI will rewrite your request before even executing it. So AI itself can self-correct. Why is there a need to learn this anymore? In AI, context beats clever prompts. Most people don't realize that the real bottleneck in AI is in the model capability. It's the quality of inputs. I have trained corporate teams and college students on AI, and I see the same mistake over and over. People think more words equal better prompts. It doesn't. What works is knowing what information AI actually need to perform, removing everything which not relate to your work. One YC founder said this to me, that companies used to hire people who could reliably follow instruction, but AI now follow instruction better than humans. So the value shift to people who have agency. Now context is domain specific. Most people think context is just about style and tone. But in your career, context is deeply tied in your domain expertise. If you are an engineer, context means providing the AI with technical architecture, edge cases, and performance constraints before it writes code. If you are a designer, it is giving the AI brand guidelines, user personas, accessibility rule, and emotional goals for design. If you are a marketer, it is providing customer segments, campaign history, and performance benchmarks so that AI doesn't just generate content, it generates profitable content. Without that, AI will give you something plausible, but not something that actually work in the real world. But why context matter more in your 20s? You know that when you are just starting your career, you don't have resume credibility to get opportunities easily. What you can have even as a student or junior hire is the ability to walk into a meeting, feed an AI the perfect context, and produce output your senior couldn't create without you. That's how you make yourself valuable fast. Now let's end up this second part with 3 questions for better context. When I train teams, I give them simple rules. Before you type a prompt, answer these 3 questions. What exactly am I solving? Be specific. Make this report more readable is a weaker prompt. Summarize this 12-monthly performance report into single 3-page summary for a CEO focusing on trends and risks is a good prompt. Second is who or what is this for? AI needs an audience in mind, whether that's a customer segment or technical stakeholders or an algorithm parser. And third is what are the constraints? Time, word count, budget, technical limitations. AI needs boundary to be creative inside. The better you answer those questions, the more your AI output will feel like they came from a highly specialized human, not a generic content machine. But what actually do normal guy do? They just say give more detail over and over. Now let's move to part 3. The human plus AI workflow you must master. If you have been paying attention to AI news lately, you will see 2 types of people. The first group think AI will do everything for me, and second group say AI makes mistake, it's useless. But actually both are wrong. The truth is AI is insanely powerful, but only if you know how to work with it. The people who are getting results are actually follow the same process. It's not a magic, it's not a secret prompt. It's a simple 5-step workflow that keep you in control while letting AI do the heavy work for you. Let's walk through it. Step 1 is to think before you even touch the keyboard. Most people messed up here. What they do? They just rush to ChatGPT and type something randomly without actually knowing what they want. If you feed AI an unusual problem, you will get an unusual solution. If you give it clear, specific goal, you get something you can actually use. Let's take an example of you have to create a social media post for a business. So a weaker prompt you will provide is something like make a social media post for me, and a stronger one will look like this. Create a 100-word Instagram carousel script for a fitness coach targeting 25 to 35-year-old professionals who struggle with time management. Focus on quick home workout and end with a call to action to download a free guide. See the difference. The second one tells AI exactly what, how, and who. Before you touch AI, take 1 minute to write down your goal, your audience, and your constraints. Trust me, this 1 minute will save your hours later. Step 2 is prompt. Feed the context. We have already talked about it in the second part in very detail. So now let's move on to step 3. What most people do wrong here is they see AI output and think perfect done. No, AI is like an intern who works very fast and has read everything ever, but sometimes makes things up. When you get that first output, treat it like a raw material, a starting point that saves your 60 to 80% of your work. You still need to shape it something final. Step 4 is to validate and be the expert. This is where your human values really shows. AI can be confidently wrong, but if you blindly trust it, you will look bad. Validation means checking facts, testing code, make sure the design fits your brand, spotting legal or security risk. Like AI gives you a catchy slogan, sounds great, but what it is already trademarked. If you don't check it, you might get a legal notice. This is why companies will still need you, because you know how to filter, fix, and improve AI works. Now the last step is build a human layer. This is a step most people skip. AI can give you a structure, but the real value comes from what you have. Your unique voice, real world examples. Creative touch, AI can't invent, and insight from experience. Think of AI as a scaffolding of building. Without your human touch, it's just a bare metal. With it, it becomes something functional, beautiful, and ready to use. Now, why this workflow will future-proof your career? Because as AI gets smarter, this workflow doesn't become less important. It will become more important because companies will always need people who can define valuable problem, feed AI the right input, judge output for quality, turn those output into real results. If you master this in your 20s, you will never worry about being replaced. Next part is agentic AI. The big shift right now happening is from teams to tools. Right now, most of the world is in the phase 1 of AI integration. Human plus assistant. That means you do the thinking, AI just help you go faster. You write an email, AI help you edit. You code a feature, AI helps debug. You design a layout, AI generate a variation. The second phase will be of human plus agent teams. This is where AI stop waiting for you to tell it the next step. Like you command your AI agent to find out the top 20 competitor, compare the pricing, and tell me where is there is a weak. An AI agent can research, organize, and summarize all without checking in every 5 minutes. If I truly say this is actually happening right now, but most people didn't know it. But only elites are doing it and they are mastering it. Phase 3 will be just little bit upgraded version of phase 2. Human-led agent operated. Here, you are not the one doing every step anymore. You set the vision, you decide the goal, and your AI agent run the system in background. They only come for you for exception or approvals. It's less about you being a worker and more about being a director. Here are some examples of agent workflows. In engineering, a GitHub connected agent that review your every pull request, run automated tests, flags security vulnerabilities, and leaves structured feedback for developers. In design, a Figma integrated agent that review every pull request, generates a wireframe, pulls brand assets from repository, and prepares a clickable prototype for review. In marketing, a content pipeline agent that researches trending topics, generate script, schedule posts, A/B test headline, and reports performance analytics every Monday morning. In operation, a supply agent that tracks inventory levels, predicts shortage based on sales trends, and automatically triggers reorder requests to suppliers before stockouts happen. Now you have to understand that what agentic thinking really means. What people do right now, they use chatgpt to write a blog post. But in agent mode, you are thinking bigger. I will set up a system where an AI agent finds trending topic, writes a blog post, runs it through Grammarly, uploads it to WordPress, and email it to my subscriber without me touching each step. See the difference? In tool mode, you are doing the work with AI. But in agent mode, you are designing a machine that works for you. Here is how to start learning agentic AI in your 20s. You don't need to be something coding master for that. What you do need is an understanding of how processes works. Start by learning the basics of what agent can do or can't do. Play around with tools like LangChain, Crew AI, or AutoGPT. These are like training grounds. Then pick up something simple in your own work or studies that repeat every week. Maybe collecting data, sending update, or preparing reports. And try to automate it. Even if it's hard at first, you will start seeing the possibilities. Next, learn the glue tools platform like N8N, Zapier, Make.com. These lets you connect different AI tools so they work together as a smooth workflow. Finally, add your own expertise. AI agents are only smart as the instruction you give them. If you know your field inside out, you can guide the AI to produce work your competitors can't easily copy. Right now, companies are already searching for people who can walk in and say, I can save your 20 hours a week by setting up an AI agent that handle onboarding, generate reports, follow up with clients, all of its own. If you can do that in your 20s, you are not just applying for a job, you are creating your own role and making yourself the kind of person no company wants to lose. Now, let's move on to part 5. The part 5 is domain-specific roadmap for growing in this AI era. What most people think is if one thing is working on one domain, it will work on another domain also. But honestly, there is no any single AI magic that works for everyone. Because the best AI skill is one that makes you better at what you already do. Whether that's engineering, design, marketing, sales, or something completely different. So instead of giving you some generic tools to learn, I am going to give you something way more useful. A clear roadmap for 3 of the biggest career track right now. But the real flex now isn't just writing clear code. It's building AI system that solve actual business problems. Here is your 20s game plan. For first 6 months, learn how to connect AI model to real apps. Play with LangChain, LlamaIndex, an API for OpenAI and Claude AI. Try a small project like a chatbot that answer companies' FAQs or a script that clean data automatically. For next 6 months, learn how to put this into production. Tools like Fast API, Docker, and Hugging Face will help you deploy your own AI features. And for long term, learn multi-agent system where AI agent test code, update docs, or run processes while you focus on bigger goals. If you do this, you move from coders to AI engineer to AI system architect in just few years. Next is if you are a designer. AI won't replace designers. What you can do for a first 6 months is use tools like Figma AI, Midjourney and Runway ML to speed up ideation. For next 6 months, learn how to design for AI first product. Think chat-based apps, personalization and voice interfaces. And for long-term, experiment with AR, VR or wearable AIs. The future of designing is beyond the screen. If you are a marketer, marketing with AI is like having a creative team that work for you 24/7. For first 6 months, use AI for copywriting, ad visual or even video voiceovers. For next 6 months, learn how to use AI for deep audience research and trend analysis. And for long term, automate entire campaign, multi-platform posting, newsletter creation and ad testing so you can focus on strategies. Now let's move on to our last part 6. How to learn faster than your peers in AI era. In this AI era, that one metric that matter more than your grades, your degree or even your job title is how quickly you can learn and apply skills. Because by the time most people will graduated, half the tools they learn are already outdated. And in AI, the shelf life of knowledge is measured in months, not in years. So if you want to stay ahead, you can't just learn once. You need to build a learning engine that run your entire career. Rule number 1 for this is be tool agnostic. Don't marry a tool, marry the principle behind it. The tool will change, but the concept will never change. Example, if you only know how to use chatgpt, you are in trouble when the next model or interface replaces it. But if you understand how LLM process context and how to structure workflows, you can adapt to any platform in a days. Rule number 2 is learn in public. One of the fastest ways to accelerate your growth is to share what you are learning as you learn it. Post LinkedIn threads showing your experiments, share quick wins on Instagram or X, record short loom videos explaining how you build something. If you do these things, 3 things will happen with you. You will have a personal brand in your 20s. Second is it will forces you to clarify your thinking before you share. Third is you can attract the people who can help you learn faster. Rule number 3 is sell side projects. Nothing will make you better at AI faster than building real projects. Watching 20 hours of tutorial won't make you an AI engineer. Building one working chatbot will. Every month build one small functional AI projects. Keep the timeline short, 1 to 2 week max. Post it online, get feedback and learn. Rule number 4 is build a network in AI hubs. If you want to be in top 1% in the space, physical or digital, attend AI meetups in your city, join high signal communities on social medias, collaborate on open source AI project on GitHubs. This is where the real opportunities are. Projects, jobs, partnerships that never get posted publicly. Rule number 5 is think in system, not tasks. This is a shift from doer to designers. Anyone can run a prompt through ChatGPT, but the person who can design a system that runs automatically with human oversight at key point will always be in demand. For example, instead of manually creating and posting social media content every day, design a pipeline where an AI agent generates, schedule or posts it, then reports back analytics and you just make high level adjustment. And last, rule number 6 is keep a personal AI playbook. Every time you discover a prompt that works, a workflow that saves time or a resource that is gold, document it. Create a Notion database or Google Docs where you store them. Tag by category, marketing, coding, design, research. Review and update monthly. This become your personal AI operating manual. And when opportunity arise, you will have solution ready to deploy. So let's take this video to the end. I'm not a big AI expert. I'm still learning AI. I will suggest you make your 20s used to be finding opportunities. Now they are about creating leverages so opportunities find you. And AI is the biggest leverage multiplier humanity have ever seen. The ladder still exists, but it starts higher than it used to. If you wait for someone to give you a step up, you will be waiting forever. If you build your own step by mastering context, workflows, agentic system, and domain-specific AI skills, you will climb faster than anyone expects. So you have 2 options: compete against AI and hope it doesn't outpace you, or learn to make AI complete to work for you. The second choice is the one that turns your 20s into a launchpad instead of holding pattern. Because 5 years from now, people will look at your career and say, how did you move so fast? And you will know the answer. You didn't wait for an AI era to define you. You define yourself in AI era. So if you found this roadmap valuable, don't just watch. Take one step today. Subscribe for more deep dive AI content. Check the links in the description for every tools and resource I mentioned. Start building your first AI powered project this week. I'm Kaushal Pandey. I will see you in the future. Thanks for watching.